Welcome back, everybody. Well, here to share some of the latest global remedies is health expert Bryce Wylde.
Hey, how are you? So nice to see you. Hey, you as well.
How are you?
Looking great.
Thank you. You look fantastic and healthy as always.
Thank you.
All right, you've been traveling the world. You travel the world to explore and find wonderful new remedies that are out there.
I'm actually just
Why
vacationing.
do you travel the world? Yeah,
I'm just hanging out.
Yeah.
I'm doing nothing. It's all work related. Yeah, when everyone sees my itinerary and the fact that, you know, I've been 12 different places in the span of a year, they're like, what are you doing? It's work.
It's work.
It is work. And the work is really because my impetus is because this industry at large, for which I represent as a spokesperson, natural medicine, is still very buyer beware.
Right.
You know, so my goal is to debunk the junk. That's my MO.
Right.
And because there's still a lot of garbage in this industry, supplements, you know, nutrition or lack thereof of nutrition facts, I gallivant the world, literally, to walk through these manufacturing centers. These are found all over the world for good reason. Sometimes it's cheaper to make something in China, but is it really effective?
Right.
Or perhaps in Europe because we don't have the technology or whatever it is. So I travel around the world walking through, literally, these manufacturing centers to do due diligence to bring back to North America to share with all these wonderful people what works, what doesn't.
So what's the first country you want to talk about?
Oh, you know, so many things to talk about, but Malaysia, probably one of the most intriguing countries that I've been to. And, you know, one of the reasons I've been to Malaysia was to really follow up on some of the things that I was talking about in the media, and that was red fruit palm oil. Now, let's distinguish between palm oil and red fruit palm oil, because palm oil is found in those puffy, you know, treats that we like to consume in North America. Those are not healthy for you. But the palm fruit's really interesting. There I am, you know, going in
are you doing a tour?
Yeah, well, I'm going all, I'm in Sabah here. So Sabah is in the northern province of Malaysia, and it's a beautiful place where I really wanted to see if whether or not, you know, there was any deforestation practices for this monoculture that they have there of palm oil. I wanted to make sure everything was, you know, eco-friendly in their practices, and that the wildlife, in particular in Sabah, was not being, you know, killed off or herded out or abused. Exactly. And the reality is that they're not.
So let's talk about the palm oil and then the difference between the two.
Yeah, so palm, you know, is a magnificent fruit. So within the palm fruit, and you're looking at a cluster of palm fruits there, within the palm fruit you'll have the nugget, the kernel, and that's what they use in North America a lot for these puffy snacks. The outside, the mesocarp, is a brilliantly red-orange color, and within it, it contains lots of beta-carotene carotenoids we've known about for some time, and a new form of vitamin E called tocotrienols. Now, there's a wonderful doctor and a whole group of people around the world studying this, but in particular Dr. Chandran Sen, who's recently been, you know, funded over $25 million just by the National Institutes of Health for stroke and its effects post-stroke alone. So rehabilitation from stroke, prevention of cardiovascular disease, prevention of radiation and harmful effects of radiation exposure, and of course, you know, prevention of things like cancer. So unbelievable effects from these tocotrienols that come from red fruit palm oil.